Now here's the tough thing about Jack-Jack. I mean, we definitely don't want to be limping. So we're going to be raising, normally it's 30, 40, 50, and one more because I'm in the small line, so I'm going to raise it up to 60 cents. I wouldn't be surprised if I got 2 callers, but we'll see. Nope, everyone's just weak. Let me take it down. Folding our 4-6, and we'll be folding our Jack-8. So on our second table here, we've got a hand that we might be playing. Kind of surprised I got 100 hands on this guy. Maybe got drunk and played 100 no limit one night, or maybe I saw him when I was playing 25 no limit a year ago. That's just depressing to think someone's been playing for a year and they're still at the same level, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of hands. So this is where we're going to attack the limper. We've got an okay hand. We're going to go ahead and do 4 times the big blind plus 1 for the limper. So now we have position in the hand no matter what. Multi-way isn't great here, but if we get checked into, we're definitely c-betting this. And we get donked into here. And so this is a situation where I think pretty much everything's backfired. We didn't hit anything, and we got someone betting into us a donk bet, and we got 1 caller, so most likely someone's hit that queen. Just better to play it safe, let this one go. And here we got a hand, and we're just going to do that same 60-cent raise. Let me bring up the other table and move it so I have a better idea of what I'm recording. Full ring is slow. So that's not a great flop for us. We'll just need to see another street before continuing, and now it's looking pretty ugly, but we'll continue for a minimum bet here, absolutely. And unfortunately, we've just airballed the whole thing, and we're done. We'll see people coming in as king queen or jack queen. Yeah. Under the gun is a very important place to be playing only your best cards. It's a very tough place to play. Obviously with your rags you're folding, but even some hands like Jack 10 that you might like to play in late or even mid position, you are folding under the gun absolutely 100% of the time. Jack 10 suited, if you're at a really tight table and you think you could play it, I wouldn't recommend it for neophytes, but if you're an experienced guy, obviously you probably already know you can play it there. So just be careful of those, overrated hands like Jack Queen or King 10 or Jack 10, 9 10. You're not playing these hands under the gun. You really aren't. You're waiting for mid to late position and using your position to play those hands strongly and aggressively post flop. Okay, so as we wind down this video, we'll play a few more hands. Hopefully get into some interesting spots, but as you can tell when you play full ring, when you're playing a tight, aggressive game, you're doing a lot of folding, so you got to be really patient. This is why people play all those multi-tables. I started playing with 2, and then I just moved up. I kept adding 1, and then I was doing 4 solidly after my first month, and I did that for a while. Then I was playing 6, and I did that for a long time, and then I just kept adding 7, 8, and now I'm playing 9. I'm playing it very comfortably. And so I would recommend other people doing the same. It actually allows you to be more patient at the table. You don't get bored. And you get in more hands, which means, if you can keep your win rate consistent, whether you 3 table or 8 table, it just means more money per hour. So Just not seeing anything too interesting here on either table. So it's actually been a while, and this is one of the cases I like limping in when you've got some connected cards. You know, see a flop, see what can happen. It's not costing you much, only half a blind, especially if you're multi-way and you've got a good multi-way hand. So we have a 9 high flush draw here, and here we're just folding, so we'll get back to our other table. It's not a great flush draw, and we've hit it, and so I'm inclined to check call here. If we lead out, it just advertises that we hit our flush, so we don't want to give away a hand, but we really got to be careful because there's the 10, there's the jack, there's the queen. And now we can go ahead and lead out, and I'm just going to go ahead, and I think that's 70% of the pot, and so we just take it down. Nice little hand, and the 3-9 here, we're letting go. So we'll go back to this table since we're in late position, and we'll definitely be making a raise here since assuming these people fold, since someone posted a dead blind. It's just extra free money, you know. I can't resist it. And it looks like he's onto us too, so, well, he's not onto us, but he's on to our same line of thinking. Made a nice solid raise from right there. So 7-5 is not good. Our other table, nothing quite going on. We can kind of start talking about images that we see based off our HUD. So I'm going to go ahead and move this table over here since we don't have as many hands, and since we're winding down the video, we'll talk about some of the people that we see. I mean, again, you don't want to draw these as conclusions, but you're starting to get an idea of what you're going to be seeing here. This guy is a 6-0 after 32 hands, meaning he's as tight a player as possible. He's followed by a 4-4, so these two guys are looking extremely tight. That said, I've folded 30 straight hands before. I've just gone that card dead, so again, you don't want to be drawing conclusions, but it's, you know, something, okay, you can start to be aware at this point once you have 50 hands, like maybe this player's like this. You see some very loose fish here. The 68-01, just an absolute fish. He's in a lot of hands and giving up, only betting when he has something. 33-10-1. Again, you know, I call it. He's only doing something when he has a hand. So same thing here. This guy is a nit. You know, 9-2. It's just ridiculously tight. Here's a fish at 38-3. 14-0-4 after 14 hands is just too little. You know, one hand, nothing. This is looking really solid. I'm looking good as a 16-14-5. When your VPIP and pre-flop range are really close, you're in a very good position. So here we're going to isolate our fish and raise it up and see if our isolation play works. And I'm not doing this because 10-7 suited is a great hand. It's a horrible hand. But what I have is position. I've got a semi-interesting hand. It could get interesting on the flop. And I've got a fish who likes to call and give up after he sees a flop. And so we've flopped a big hand, and we definitely don't want to slow play this since there's a few draws out there. So we'll just go ahead and see what happens. So chances are he's just given up. So I mean, that's how you isolate someone right there. So I think that was a really good lesson, and we'll use this as our last hand, our ace king, and then we'll call it a video. Same raise amount, same play as last time. And that should be a red flag for us since our nitty player has gotten in and we've flopped the virtual nuts.